About equal groups. And just like I think with the other addition and subtraction problems, the book very much encourages you to try to find a pattern there. And here, let's write down a little story problem part. If you have 6 teams with 5 players on each team, comma, you have how many players total? If you have 6 teams that have 5 players on each team, how many players total is that, Eli?
30.
30 players. Because that is going to give us our equation kind of thing. And how it works is like this. If you take the number, write this down, the number of groups you have, and a team is a group of players, times the number in each group, you will get a total. This is kind of the pattern they want you to look for. The hardest part is trying to figure out what word stands for a group. And we talked about here, a team is a group of players. I had 6 teams, 6 groups that each had 5 in each group, and that gave me 30 total. T-O-T-A-L. So that's what it wants you to see. Now with that being said, everybody got that? What if I have a multiplication problem that looks like this? 6 times what number is 48? How do I figure out the answer to that? Again, I don't want to know what the answer is, I want to know how to find the answer to that. Those are the things. That's where we got to work. I don't care so much about that you know what the answer is as to how to find that answer. Lainey says I should.
Do 48.
Well, you're telling me how to do it, but I want to know for any. I want the general way to solve all of these problems, right?
Divide.
I want the general way. That's where you're telling me what to do, but I want to know how I know to divide. Page?
Do an easy multiplication problem.
Yeah, do something that's really easy, like 2 times 6 is 12. And if you're missing the middle, I don't know this is a 6, what do I do with these 2 to get 6? That's where your dividing comes from. No subtracting, because that would give you 10. Alright, and then yes, 48 divided by 6 is 8. And that's where you get it from. And I know it's easy now, but you have to think that way when the problems get really hard. So let's write this one down here. Let's see. There are 4 classes. I don't know. Here we go. This one. Oh, I can't even do that. Oh yeah, I can. The coach separated the 48 players into 6 teams. How many were on each team? Again, I know many of you are just going to spit the answer out to me, but I don't care so much about that. I'd like to see this. We have, our little pattern was the number of groups times the number in each group equals a total. If I was plugging those numbers into this little pattern thing, even though I didn't spell it, I didn't write everything out quite right, what ones do I know and which one do I have to find out? Do I know how many groups? Do I know how many teams I have? Yeah, I have 6 teams. Do I know how many players are on each team? So I put a little P there to stand for players. Do I know how many total people I have? 48. Okay, and there is the problem in the book. If it asks you to write the, the pattern problem down, this would be what they want. How do I find the answer? Again, if I think of an easy problem, maybe it's 5 times 2 is 10. This in the middle means I divide those two, so my answer is going to be what I get when I divide 48 by 6, and the answer is 8 on each team. Isn't that exciting? For the most part. One more, you ask?
One more.
Yeah, because this one's a little tougher. This one will challenge even the most intellectual 5th grade students. Here we go, right? This one's so very exciting. Jill raked leaves and filled 28 bags. Jill raked leaves and filled 28 bags. On each trip, she could carry away 4 bags. On each trip, she carried away 4 bags. How many trips did she make? Okay, now again, I would say probably all of you, most of you, 90% of you, maybe 88.6% of you already know the answer, but I want to plug it into my little thing there that says the number of groups times the number in each group equals a total. Now the toughest thing here is thinking about what is the word we use for groups. Now most logical people want to say, well, obviously a bag is a group of leaves, but the problem isn't talking at all about leaves. I mean, it doesn't ask you how many leaves there are. That would be a slightly large number. What are we actually talking about here? Lainey? The bags and the trips. Okay. The question is, how many trips did she make? Well, how about this? A trip is a group of what? There you go. Who said that? Wow. People from that side of the room. A trip is a group of 4 bags. Yeah. There are 4 bags in each trip. I don't know how many trips, but I know I've got to take a total of 28 bags. So that is kind of the way that would work in the pattern thing. T times 4 equals 28. And again, thinking of an easier problem, 6 times 3 is 18. If I'm missing the top, what do I do with these two to get 6? Divide. So my answer is 7. 7 trips. And I can't change that